Morning, folks. Lester here. Come to the sanctuary this morning to get a couple of things done. I actually going to take the truck and trailer and go on a hay run. Let me show you why. So this over here is horse hay. Everyone knows, we've talked about it before, there is a definite difference in horse hay compared to cattle hay. There's a much higher quality of hay that you feed to your horse. Oh my gosh, where's that noise coming from? There's a lot higher quality of hay that you feed to your horses. Horses don't generally eat cow hay. I want to show you something to illustrate my point. I do have some cow hay. Oh, it's you. Hello, boys. I do have cow hay out in the pastures, and this cow hay has sat here for a very long time, and the horses barely nibble on it. Now, the donkeys will. The donkeys are not quite as finicky, so they will eat things that the cows will not. I mean, that the horses will not. Looky there. Rita, do you mind? That roll has been sitting there, guys, for as long as I can remember, and it has very little stuff eaten off, but it has very little stuff eaten. What is this noise? Oh, there's someone over there working at Brienne's. But no, this hay sit there for as long as I can remember, and they have very little eaten off of it. You know that the goats will eat pretty much anything, so they're fine on theirs. But the horses absolutely need a different kind of hay. And this morning, we're gonna be off to our friend David at Conroe Hay Sales to be getting, oh boy, to be getting ourselves a bundle of that. All right, so you guys come with us. We're taking the dogs. We're taking the dogs with us. You want to come too, Corny? No, I don't think that you should. Now, in talking about hay, we've decided to put all of our green hay here in this barn. It's a barn that no one's using. Well, it's our old carport. It's the old carport. But this is the craziest thing. But Megan and Ellie both prefer to park outside. They do not want to drive their cars in. I don't think that to them it's that big of a deal. I always loved having my vehicle parked inside, out of the weather, out of the elements. Both of the doors have automatic door openers, but no, they just prefer to park their cars right there in front of the carport, and so they don't bring their cars in. So in saying so, we said, you know what, we're going to utilize this space for our green hay. It keeps it out of the weather, nice and dry, and we went ahead and ordered enough this last time to last us throughout the entire winter. Don't forget that the animals who eat this green hay, horses, donkeys, alpaca, goats, pigs, so we ordered a lot because they need a lot. They go through a lot. We will get an order of green hay that will be sent over to the J&L property for the cows, but that won't come for until about a week or so. All right, so we're gonna switch trucks here. We're gonna jump out of this one over here and take the old farm truck, and we will go get that hay. Come on, Trixie, bye-bye, let's go, up, come on. Come on, Trixie, up, come on. Up, let's go. Come on, love, get up in there. Up to doozies. The big truck has been a real blessing to us. You know that I talked about this a few times. I paid off the older truck. And so this is a 2018. It's been paid completely off. And so now I'm able to just kind of have it as an I'm a Survivor truck for Ellie and Megan, for us. Any job that has to do with I'm a Survivor. Now listen, everyone around here has used it. Brienne has used it. Uncle Dan has used it. Jake has used it. Sister Kim has used it. We're not picky. I don't mind if people need to use the truck. We're just blessed that we have the addition to that second truck. It's not really big enough to do what Jamie and I wanted to do with the RVs and the trailer. We discovered that when we went and got Jason's RV, that this truck was just not big enough to pull. There's a certain weight limit, a tow capacity, and this truck being only a 1500, it does great for little farm jobs. Has a back end. It's a good truck, but it's just not big enough for some of the jobs we found ourselves doing lately. All right, so I did not see, oh, there they are. I was like, I could not find Finn and Starla. They're right there underneath that. Look, they're underneath the benches there in the goat area. All right, that's cute. All right, you guys, let's go. All right, we are getting to our favorite place this time of year. I'm not saying I like this place. I'm saying that, you know what? I like this place. I like this place. I like this guy. Oh, David. Let's go ahead and go up in here and see what he got for us. We need good quality horse hay. And I'd like to buy one of those bundles. And I also need to order a load of alfalfa bales to be moved over to the L&J ranch for my cows. So we're here for two things. But what I'm going to do is inspect this hay because there's been some really shabby hay coming in lately. Pretty busy day around here. A lot of people needing hay. I think that's the alfalfa hay in the back of that trailer over there. So what we're going to do is, what they will do is if you order enough, they'll bring you an entire 18-wheeler. It's a shorter, smaller container, but they will fill that up with as many bales as you need, and they'll just drop that off at your property. So you can actually keep your hay inside the container out of the weather. And they have tons of these containers over here. You can see they got them all stacked up along over there. And so that's kind of one of the advantages to buying from a big hay sale company, that if you buy enough, they'll throw in the trailer for free, which is awesome. And it keeps you from having to unload it. No unloading. You don't need to find a place to store it. So it stays out of the weather. And then number 3, it's just so darn convenient. All right, so we're going to be buying a truck load about that same size. It's going to be this alfalfa hay right here. They're going to be bringing out 90 bales, and I can keep the trailer for 90 days. And which is going to be great because we will feed to our 11 Longhorns plus little Gary. We're going to probably go through 1 bale a day. And so I'm thinking that'll be 90 days worth of green hay along with their dry hay. And I love it's going to be in a container, out of the weather. What I got to do is find me some kind of a step up to get in there, which is going to be the most challenging thing for me. That hay is heavy. Alfalfa hay, if you don't know, is super heavy. I don't know if it's because it's green, because they pack them tight. I don't know what it is, but dry hay is a lot fluffier and lighter. But this green hay is some heavy stuff. But we're excited. Our animals do real well with it, and they stay in just amazing health. And I do contribute that to the amount of green hay, not the grains. Obviously, we don't have a lot of grass, but the green hay has just done wonders for us, for all of our animals. I love watching him work. Look at that. Now, as you guys can remember, this is horse quality hay. These are actually bales of hay into a bundle. There's, I think, was it 14? 7 and 7, 14 bales made into a bundle. And so I'll drive this back to I'm a Survivor. We'll cut the straps. Actually, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 21. 7 and 3 is 21 here. We got 21 bales here. And this is all quality horse hay. I want you all to notice some of the rejects. This is all the reject hay. Things that they've had brought in, shipped in, and then they refuse to sell because it's just in horrible condition. Just horrible condition. And that's what I was trying to tell you guys a while back, that you got to be real careful when you have years of drought, because hay men will go out and find any pasture they can find. They'll find pastures that are eat up with all kinds of mess, and they'll roll them up anyway, roll all that mess up and try to sell it, make a little bit of a buck on it. But what sucks about that is your cows won't eat that. Guys, there was mildewed hay back there. They take these big 18-wheeler loads of hay and they'll stuff the old nasty hay into the back of it. And then when these guys begin to unload it, they realize that they've been juked. They've been juked. And yeah, David says they have to be on high alert for stuff like that. Now, they'll still sell the hay for bedding. A lot of people will put hay in their around their water lines for insulation, so they can always sell the hay. And then here we go, picture this. A lot of people like us who have pasture issues, they will buy that old hay and roll it out into their pastures. Stella, you can't get in my lap. Stella, I'm driving, sweetie. They will get back into your spot. They will roll that old hay across their pastures and let that hay break down into the soil, and it can actually improve their soil quality. And if it's the right kind of hay, it can also help reseed your pasture because there are seeds in that hay. So there's a lot of stuff to do with the old nasty hay, but they're not going to sell it to be eaten on. And I respect David and them for going through their hay, very meticulous, making sure that they're not selling a product that's going to get a cow sick. All right, we are back at the sanctuary. What I'm going to do is move the tractor, and then we'll back up the trailer and get a little bit closer. We have to remember that we're moving round rolls out as we need them over at the L or the J and L. So you got to stack these strategically. I think that what we'll do, I think that'll be the smartest idea, is what I'm going to do is move that compressor, move that little munchkin. I'll move those couple of little flakes right there, and then I'm going to start taking this hay and restacking it over here. And that way I can stack the new rolls, the new bales right over here along this side. We'll have plenty of space. And then, oh my Lord! All right, so this is where we're at. This is what we're gonna do for our hay. We're not using our trailer a whole lot right now. We won't need it for a while. I already have rolls of hay at the other property. We will unload these as we need them. They're out of the weather. And the only problem is gonna be if we wanna bring the horses in. The trailer kind of blocks the way of that. But we may, not today, but I'll get this unloaded at some point. Now I have a great place to unload it. All right, well, there we go. A hay day. Thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you on the next video.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.